Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an author, addiction recovery coach, life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back radio show, combined with the YouTube version video for the Take Your Life Back Today show on YouTube. The most addictive substances in the world. What are the most addictive drugs? This question seems simple, but the answer depends on whom you ask. From the points of view of different researchers, the potential for a drug to be addictive can be judged in terms of the harm it causes, the street value of the drug, the extent to which the drug activates the brain's dopamine system, how pleasurable people report the drug to be, the degree to which the drug causes withdrawal symptoms, and how easily a person trying to the drug will become hooked to the drug itself. There are other facets to measuring the addictive potential of the drug too. And there are even researchers who argue that no drug is always addictive. Given the varied view of researchers, then one way of ranking addictive drugs is to ask experts on a certain panel. In 2007, David Nutt and his college at school asked addiction experts to do exactly that with some interesting findings. And here are the findings. Number one on our list is heroin. Nutt ranked heroin as the most addictive drug, giving it a score of 3 out of a maximum of 3. Heroin is an opiate that causes the level of dopamine in the brain's reward system to increase by 200% in experimental animals, which is kind of sad that they even do that. In addition to being arguably the most addictive drug, heroin is the most dangerous drug too, because the dose that can cause death is only 5 times greater than the dose required for a high. Snorting, injecting, or smoked is very lethal. It can affect the drug's addictiveness. Heroin also has been rated as the second most harmful drug in terms of damage to both users and to society itself. The market for illegal opiates, including heroin, was estimated to be $68 billion worldwide. Number 2 on our list is cocaine. Cocaine directly interferes with the brain's use of dopamine to convey messages from one neuron to another. In essence, cocaine prevents neurons from turning the dopamine signal off, resulting in an abnormal activation of the brain's reward pathways. In experiments on animals, and again sad, cocaine caused dopamine levels to rise more than 3 times normal level. It is estimated that between 14 million and 20 million people worldwide use cocaine, and that in 2015 the cocaine market was worth $95 billion. Folks, crack cocaine has been ranked by experts as being the 3rd most damaging drug, powdered cocaine, which causes a milder high, as the 5th most damaging. About 21% of people who try cocaine will become dependent on it. Sometimes in their life, it just continues that way. Cocaine is similar to other addictive stimulants, such as meth, which is becoming more of a problem as it becomes more widely available, and other drugs. Number 3, nicotine is the main addictive ingredient of tobacco. When somebody smokes a cigarette, nicotine is rapidly absorbed by the lungs and delivered to the brain. Nutt expert panels rated nicotine as the 3rd most addictive substance. More than 2/3 of Americans who tried smoking reported becoming dependent during their life. In 2002, the WHO estimated there were more than 1 billion smokers. It has been estimated that tobacco will kill more than 8 million people annually by 2030. Laboratory animals have the good sense not to smoke. However, rats will press a button to receive nicotine directly into their bloodstream, and this causes dopamine levels in the brain reward system to rise 25 to 40%. What is dopamine, and is it to blame for our addictions? Number 4 on our list is barbiturates. Downers. Barbiturates, also known as bullets, gorillas, nimbies, barbs, and pink ladies, are a class of drugs that were initially used to treat anxiety and induce sleep. They interfere with chemical signaling in the brain, the effect of which is to shut down various brain regions. At low doses, barbiturates cause euphoria, but at higher doses they can be lethal because they suppress breathing. Barbiturate dependence was common with drugs were easily available by prescription, but this has declined dramatically as the drugs have replaced them. This highlights the role that the context plays in addiction. If an addictive drug is not widely available, it can do little harm. Nut panels rated barbiturates as the fourth most addictive drug. Number 5, alcohol. Alcohol is lethal. Although legal in the U.S., alcohol was scored by Nut as 1.9 out of a maximum of 3. Alcohol has many effects on the brain, but in laboratory experiments on animals, it increased dopamine levels in the brain's reward system by 40% to 360%. And the more the animals drank, the more dopamine levels increased. Some 22% of people who have taken a drink will develop dependence on alcohol at some point during their lifespan. The WHO has estimated that 2 billion people used alcohol in 2002, and more than 3 million have died in 2015 due to damage to the body caused by drinking. Alcohol has been ranked as the most damaging drug by other experts as well, and the biggest killer because it kills innocent people as well. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Remember, a simple smile to a total stranger can change their life and can change your life forever. Remember, when you drink alcohol and you get behind the wheel, not only can you kill yourself, but you can kill an innocent person on the road. It's a lethal weapon, that car. Don't drink.